Now, I am very, very excited to introduce our keynote speaker today. We're very fortunate to have someone who is not only a tireless advocate for education, for workforce development, but also has been a strong advocate of Emily Griffith High School and Emily Griffith Technical College, as well as Denver Public Schools. Mayor Michael B. Hancock became Denver's 45th mayor in July 2011 and was recently reelected to serve us another 4 years, which is awesome. Our mayor believes that there is nothing more important than helping a young person in every neighborhood compete and succeed in the 21st economy. He is aligning all of his city departments with nonprofits, businesses, and educational organizations to better prepare all children for every stage of life through initiatives such as the Denver Children's Cabinet and the Denver Education Compact. The mayor launched the compact in October 2011 as a collaboration between more than 20 key Denver institutions in order to create a robust educational continuum for Denver's youth from cradle to career, where all students enter kindergarten prepared, graduate high school prepared, complete a post-secondary pathway, certificate, or degree prepared, and obtain a job. Mayor Hancock is committed to creating economic opportunity and eliminating inequities and disparities. Top priorities including reducing homelessness, increasing our affordable housing options, strengthening our workforce training partnerships with higher education institutions, such as Emily Griffith Technical College and other technical colleges and community colleges, and finding solutions to chronic mental health and substance abuse, which are challenging our communities. Numerable success stories include the exponential growth, I might add, of DIA and the addition of international flights, making Denver an international economy, development of an aerotropolis, adding thousands of new jobs in the future, and securing a new U.S. patent and trademark office. We've expanded into other industry sectors and revitalized manufacturing, exploded our aerospace and healthcare industries and energy, just to name a few. Prior to becoming mayor, Michael Hancock served on the Denver City Council for 8 years, including 2 as City Council President. In his early career, he worked for the Denver Housing Authority and National Civic League and was the youngest president of the Urban League chapter in America. Mayor Hancock is a proud Manual High School graduate and the proud father of 3 children. He and his wife Mary have been married for more than 20 years. His bio just wore me out. Please join us in welcoming our distinguished city leader, Mr. Mayor Michael Hancock.
What's happening, class of 2015? I am so honored to be here today. Let me first do the pleasantries. I'm honored, and I want to thank Jeff and I want to thank Dave in his absence, the high school as well as the technical college, Superintendent Boasberg, a good friend, as well as another good friend, Ann Rowe, who serves on the Board of Education, to the faculty and staff of both of these institutions, venerable institutions in our city, and to the students. And let me just add my voice to Justa's rendition of the national anthem. She asked all of us to sing with her. Right. You tore it up. Well done. Well done. And to the graduates. And to the graduates. Y'all a little subdued for graduation day. I am so honored. It's not only the day for the graduates, but to the family and friends, loved ones who are here to celebrate. Graduates, I think you ought to just stand up and give them a round of applause and say thank you to help you get to this point. I think they're worthy. Whoever they may be, say thank you. We didn't ask you to do all that yelling. I want to welcome everyone. Again, it's a real honor to be here. This is a very special day in the life of the graduates and the family members, but also in the life of our city. My job, and I think the most important job, part of my job that I do, is go around the world and to market this city. I consider myself the chief marketeer of Denver. And as I go to places, whether it's Seoul, Korea, or Tokyo, Japan, or Johannesburg, South Africa, or London, England, try to woo opportunities to our city, whether it's a company moving in or a successful opportunity like Panasonic coming to our city. Really the hopes and dreams and the efforts of the graduates who are in this room, who I am banking on to stand behind my words. You see, I must tell companies, and when they get here, they will find the best prepared workforce anywhere in the United States, right here in Denver, Colorado. I must say that, and I must believe it. And so I trust that Jeff and David and the faculty and staff are doing everything necessary to give you the skill set so you can help this city, this region compete. And so whether you are a culinary certificated graduate, or you're coming out of the cosmetology program, or the apparel design and alterations program, or you're working on videography, the reality is that every one of you, if you're coming out of the high school, every one of you plays an integral role in making this city and this region prepare to compete on a global stage. We take your skill sets around the world. And so my message to you is very simple, just a couple pieces and I'll be done. One thing I bank on is that you will reject being normal. I sat in an audience not too long ago where a good friend of mine delivered a speech entitled, "Why Be Normal?" Think about that for a minute. Nobody who is going to be anybody gets to be somebody by being normal. Being normal was simple. See, there wouldn't be 1,500 certifications being passed out today in the technical college if you had decided to be normal. Normal is easy. It's okay. You're going to get through life, and that's fine. It doesn't allow you to shine. You get to function, and that's cool. Some people just want to be normal. But let me take you back to give you an example of what I'm talking about. In this room today, there are probably 2,000 people. And if I was a betting man, I would almost bet that 1,500 of us have an Apple product in our pocket. See, there was a time when Apple had lost all of its market share, was really on the verge of closing its doors. Well, you know the story. They went back and got this guy by the name of Steve Jobs who helped found the company. And in the very first day back on the job with Apple, Steve assembled all of his engineers. And just like you're looking at me, those engineers were looking at him. What do you got to tell us? We're the experts. We build computers. And Steve simply asked them the question, "Why are you here?" And in their minds, I'm sure, the iterations went something like this: "Well, we're here to build computers, man. It's what we do." But Steve had a reason why he asked that question. See, he didn't want his engineers to be normal. I don't want you walking in my doors and creating normal computers. See, the reality is this: Dell can build a computer. Hewlett-Packard can build a computer. I want to know why you're here. What's special about your computer? And was that presentation and speech before his engineers that began the process of launching Apple into a special place around the world, owning really every market share there possibly could be with regards to computers. And as a result, today we have the iPhone, the iPad, the iPod, the iMom, the iDad, the iCar, everything I with the Apple on the back of it. It launched with Steve Jobs challenging his engineers, why be normal? You do no good shrieking so that others can feel empowered, so that others can shine. In this room today, several hundred graduates in high school and from the technical college. And the reality is this: it doesn't matter where you start, The real power is where you end up. There are hundreds of stories looking at me. Some of you may have come from the most challenging backgrounds. Some of you may have left high school before you had a chance to walk across the stage and get that diploma. Some of you may have had a child early. Some of you may have had to leave home. Doesn't matter where you start. It really only matters where you end up. You've taken the bold step to not be normal. And now you get a chance, after enjoying the best days of your life here at Emily Griffith, to now go and enjoy the greatest days of your life. Take these diplomas. If you're headed to college, go have a great time, get the next degree, but have fun and enjoy the greatest days of your life. If you're walking out of here with a certification, do what Dr. Martin Luther King challenged all of us to do. If you're going to be a cosmetologist, be the best cosmetologist there ever was. If you're going to be a chef, be the one they talk about every day. People walk in the room just to see you. If you're going to be a videographer, be the one who puts together the best videos or the best movies we've ever seen. Reject being normal and agree and decide for yourself, I'm going to rise above normalcy. I'm going to be the best there ever was. And you shoot for it. And I'll end on this. One of my favorite and most inspirational stories was about the young man who wanted the secret to success. And all he could do was ask people for the secret of success, and nobody would tell him. Until one day he came across an old sage, an old dude sitting on his porch. And he asked him and said, "Sir, I understand you have the secret to success." And without saying a word, that old sage got up out of his chair and he took the hand of the young warrior and he walked him down a path. And in the path, it veered off to the right, and there was a lake. And without saying a word, that old sage just continued to walk them right on into the water until they were completely submerged from head to toe. And after a few seconds, he took the hand of the young warrior and walked him back out of the water and back up to his porch where the old sage took his seat. He didn't say a word, and the young warrior was sitting there just bewildered by what just happened, dripping wet. Then he heard the voice of the old sage for the first time, and the old sage looked at him and said, "Young man, when you were underwater, what is it you wanted the most?" To which the young warrior responded, "Why, you old fool, I wanted to breathe." Without blinking, the old sage just nodded his head and said, "Young man, when you want success as badly as you want to breathe, you would have found the secret. Let your success and desire for it suffocate you. Let it be your focus. And go forth and be the very best you have." You see, I have a selfish motive for you doing that. Because when you're the best, I can go to London, Tokyo, Johannesburg, South Africa, and I can tell them in Denver, in the metro Denver region, and throughout the state of Colorado, you'll find the very best of the best of the best. God bless you, and congratulations to every one of you.
Wow. Do we have the most dynamic mayor in the United States? Thank you again, Mayor Hancock.